If I gave you a choice, would you rather a $5,000 radio with a poor antenna or a $500 radio connected to an excellent antenna? Believe it or not, most experienced ham radio operators would choose the second. Why? Because one of the oldest sayings in amateur radio is the antenna is more important than the radio. Welcome back to Ham Radio for Beginners. I'm Josh, AA4WX. Let's get started. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ham Shack TV. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. Once again, this series is brought to you by Gigaparts and the QRZ Explorer 1 radio. Folks, again, super easy to program. I think you're going to enjoy this radio. You can program it from the faceplate or using an RT Systems cable and software. Go check it out. VHF and UHF, super simple. Great starter radio for you. That's the QRZ Explorer 1 exclusively at Gigaparts. Go to gigaparts.com, use coupon code HAMShackTV. That'll get you double rewards points. Or try out the Gigaparts Rewards Plus program for 4 times rewards points, and I'll give you half off your first month of Rewards Plus. Use coupon code HAMShackTV50. Appreciate the support of Gigaparts to Hamshack TV. You know, last time we talked about choosing your first radio. Today, we're going to talk about what actually gets your signal out to the world, your antenna. What does your antenna do? Think of your radio like the engine to a car. The antenna is the tires. You can have all the horsepower in the world, but if the tires can't get the power to the road, you're not going very far. Your radio creates a signal. The antenna launches that signal into the air. The better the antenna, the better chances of making contacts. Bigger isn't always better either. One thing you'll learn quickly, the best antennas is the ones that are designed for a frequency you are using. A great 2-meter antenna won't work well on 20 meters. An excellent HF antenna, however, won't do much for a local repeater. That's why many operators own more than one antenna. Each one has a specific job. Height is might. You will hear that term in this hobby. Height is might. Another saying you'll hear is, I said the same thing twice. Sorry, my script kind of jumped on me. Getting your antenna higher will improve your signal more than adding extra power. That's because your signal has fewer obstacles blocking it. Trees, buildings, hills. The higher your antenna, the better chance your signal will reach its destination. Now let's talk about vertical versus horizontal. Don't let the world scare you. Don't let the word scare you. It's actually pretty simple. A vertical antenna stands up straight. A horizontal antenna runs parallel to the ground. For most VHF and UHF communications, vertical antennas are the standard. That's why repeaters, handheld radios, and the most mobile antennas are vertical. Now, on HF, you'll find operators using both vertical and horizontal antennas, depending on what they're trying to accomplish. There are also different types of radiation patterns. A omnidirectional antenna sends signal in every direction. Think of it as a light bulb. It shines all around. That's great when you don't know where the other station is. A directional antenna, however, focuses more of your signal on one direction. Think of it like a flashlight. You have to point it. I'm not reading correctly, guys. Sorry about that. These are my words just scripted out for me. But again, a directional antenna does reach further. That's why you'll often see Yagi antennas used for weak signal work, satellites, and contesting. Now let's look at some of the antennas you're likely to encounter. The first is a rubber duck antenna that comes with most handheld radios today. They're convenient, they're portable, but they're usually a compromise. Upgrading to a better antenna is often the single biggest improvement you can make with an HT. Next up is a mobile whip antenna. These are designed for vehicles and work very well when properly installed. And then there's the copper J pole. It is very inexpensive, easy to build or buy, and a popular first base antenna for VHF and UHF operators. Me specifically, I ran a J pole up until this year, and I've been a ham now for 16 years. So, yeah, you can definitely use a J pole. There's nothing wrong with it. They work phenomenally. Now, let's talk about for HF. One of the most common antennas is a dipole. It's simple, it's effective, and it's been around for generations. You'll also hear about end-fed half-wave antennas. They are very popular because they are relatively easy to install and often require only a single support point. Another common choice is a vertical antenna. These are excellent when space is limited and can provide outstanding performance with a good ground system. Now, finally, we're talking about Yagi antennas. These are directional antennas and they provide gain and allow you to focus your signal in a specific direction. Remember, we were talking about the satellite analogy a moment ago. They're commonly used for VHF, UHF, satellite work, contesting, and long distance communication. Now, another question I hear all the time is, can I operate with an indoor antenna? The answer is yes. Many people do, especially HOA folks, especially if they live in apartments and neighborhoods as well that have antenna restrictions. But whenever possible, an outdoor antenna will almost always overperform an indoor one. Getting your antenna outside and higher in the clear usually makes a noticeable difference. Now, let's talk about a few common mistakes new hams often make. Number one, buying an expensive radio while using a tiny antenna that came with it. Instead, consider upgrading the antenna first. Second, trying to make one antenna do everything. No antenna is built for every band and every operating style. And finally, don't get discouraged if your first antenna isn't perfect. Every experienced ham has upgraded antennas over the years. It's part of the learning process. Now, final thoughts. Remember this. Your radio creates a signal. Your antenna delivers it. If you're looking for the biggest improvement to your station, don't automatically assume you need more expensive radio. Sometimes a better antenna is the upgrade that makes all the difference. All right, guys, appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to check out Gigaparts and their QRZ1 radio. It's just an impressive radio at a great price point, easy to operate. In our next episode, we're going to tackle another topic that confuses new operators, SWR. What is it, and why does everyone talk about it? And should you really worry every time the meter moves? We'll answer those questions in episode 11. If you found this episode helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to Ham Shack TV. And we'll see you in the next video, 73, AA4WX, WSCB 693.